Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As late Justice R.C. Lahoti said, fairness, impartiality, and integrity are the pillars of the judicial system. And it is with great pleasure and honor that we extend a warm welcome to each one of you gathered here today for Justice R.C. Lahoti Memorial Moot Court Competition. This series stands as a tribute to his legacy, fostering discussions on critical legal issues and honing the practical skills of aspiring lawyers.
Moot Court isn't just a competition. It's a crucible for legal minds. It's where theory meets practice, where textbooks principles are against the complexities of real-world scenarios. As aspiring legal professionals, we hone our skills in research, analysis, argumentation, and most importantly, critical thinking. With this, I humbly request our dignitaries to show us the light in our journey and step forward for light lamping. Thank you, everyone. Now we would like to request Dr. Prashant Bhala, Honorable Chancellor, Manav Rachna University, to present a token of respect to Honorable Justice U.U. Lalit. Thank you, sir. Now we would request Professor Dr. I.K. Bhatt, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Manav Rachna University, to present a token of respect to Advocate Divyakant Lahoti, sir.
Professor I.K. Bhatt is a distinguished academician and administrator with a background in mechanical engineering, specializing We request Professor Dr. I.K. Bhatt to please show us the journey in our ways and speak some words about.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Justice Dr. U.U. Lalit ji, Shri Devikant ji, other honored guests, esteemed colleagues, dear participants of this moot court, our students, staff, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me to be saying few words about Justice R.C. Lahoti ji. And I feel greatly pleased that the School of Law of Manav Rachna University, under the guidance of Advisory Board, which is being chaired by presently Justice Dr. U. Lalitji, who is former Chief Justice of India, has organized this event, in fact. And he is carrying forward the agenda which the founding chairman of the Advisory Board of Law, late Justice Shri R.C. Lahoti ji, had charted out for this School of Law of our university. Justice Lahoti ji felt education today, in fact, requires exceptionally good capacity of the learner, creative thinking, innovative skills, ability to communicate, capability to learn quickly, and ability to capture knowledge, upgrade it, and above all else, create new knowledge is one of the very important things of any educational program. Such education, in fact, ensures quality of education is directed towards benefit of the society. Such education also leads to the value addition, sustained improvement, increased stakeholders' satisfaction, and many other benefits simultaneously. The School of Law, which we started here and was under the guidance of Dr. R.C. Lahoti ji, this academic institution which we created here needs to be, he felt in fact that it should be dedicated for creating and delivering quality higher education at all levels, serving national needs and furthering public interest. And I'm proud to say that the School of Law, Manav Rachna University, has been able to attract quality and qualified faculty members. It has academically gifted and successful students who are working at different levels, right from LLB to PhD level. The School of Law also has created excellence in creating research, and in fact they have started producing PhDs, and therefore the new knowledge is being created in this institution. Quality teaching of international standards using different pedagogies, not only the lecture mode, but many other case studies and many other cooperative learning techniques are being used. It is autonomous per se under the purview of the university rules and regulations, and it has a very good community connect. And therefore, I would say that all those parameters which are required for a good school of law this School of Law also has these attributes and makes this School of Law different from other institutions as well. The guidance and the mentorship provided by Justice Lahoti ji, which has been taken forward by the present chairman of the advisory board, Dr. Lalit ji. In fact, now it stands tall among other institutions also. Today we are here to pay tribute to the illustrious life and extraordinary contributions made by late Justice Ramesh Chandra Lahoti ji. His journey from humble beginning to the pinnacle of Indian judiciary is a testament to his unwavering dedication, sharp intellect, and profound commitment to justice. Born on November 1, 1940, Justice Lahoti embarked on a path of legal excellence by earning a law degree from Holkar College, Indore, and joined the bar in District Guna in 1960. He swiftly rose through the ranks, showcasing unparalleled expertise in constitutional, taxation, civil, criminal, and labor law cases. His judicial journey from additional judge of Madhya Pradesh High Court in 1988 to a permanent judge of Delhi High Court shows his grit and commitment towards his profession in a very, and he achieved it in a very brief period. He was known for his unwavering commitment to justice, and he undertook significant investigations ensuring that the judicial duties were never compromised. Elevating to the Supreme Court in 1998, he authored 342 judgments, each marking today as a milestone in Indian jurisprudence. His judgments shaped legal precedent, emphasizing fairness, transparency, and constitutional principles. Justice Lahoti's tenure as Chief Justice of India exemplified his unwavering commitment to upholding the rule of law and safeguarding the fundamental rights. Beyond the courtroom, Justice Lahoti's philanthropic endeavors and dedication to the social cause left an indelible mark on the society. His advocacy for legal aid services and alternative dispute resolution mechanisms exemplified his vision of ensuring access to justice for all, especially the marginalized people. Justice Lahoti's disciplined lifestyle, voracious reading habits, and insatiable quest of knowledge set him apart from as a role model for generations to come. He believed in giving nothing but his best, inspiring all who cross his path to strive for excellence in every endeavor. His belief in the power of literature, spirituality, and continuous learning serves as a guiding light for aspiring legal minds like all of us. For Justice Lahoti, work was worship, and he approached each task with unwavering dedication and wholehearted commitment. Justice Lahoti's legacy transcends the courtroom, leaving an indelible mark on the Indian judiciary and society at large. May his ideals continue to inspire us as we strive for more just and equitable world. Justice Lahoti Memorial Moot Court competition is an opportunity for the participants and will equip them with skills as Justice Lahoti wanted his fraternity to be equipped with. I am confident that each one of you will contribute and benefit from this. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for such enlightening words. Now, in remembrance of Justice R.C. Lahoti, we would like to dedicate a video. Thank you so much for the video. As the Chancellor of Manav Rachna University, a young dynamic leader, Dr. Prashant Bhalla, plays an important role in bringing together education, innovation, and entrepreneurship. He is dedicated to scaling the Manav Rachna groups to heights unimaginable. Sir strives to preserve the legacy of the founder and visionary, Dr. O.P. Bhalla. Spearheading the quest for quality education, he believes in the principle of the knowledge triangle that focuses on the strength of links between research, education, and innovation. We would like to humbly request you, sir, the Honorable Chancellor of Manav Rachna University, to kindly address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Justice U.U. Lalit, Divekant Lahoti ji, our Vice Chancellor Professor I.K. Bhatt, Sanjay Srivastav ji, Mr. Rajiv Kapoor, N.C. Vadwa ji, and our Dean, Kanupriya ji. I think the way we have started today with remembering our founder, Dr. O.P. Bhalla, as well as remembering Justice R.C. Lahoti, who was a key advisor and the chairman of our advisory board, and I still recall those days when law was getting started in the year 2017, and Manav Rachna has a legacy of nearly 26 years, but I think law is relatively new to us, and we started nearly 6 years back. And that's the time I approached Justice R.C. Lahoti to think about helping us out and being the chair of the advisory, which we were thinking about. And we were trying to bring in people from different walks, different connected areas with law. And that was the starting point with which we approached him. So he came, when we met him, and he was maybe attracted by the name, Manav Rachna. That's what he used to tell me, that when I heard about the name of the institution, and that was what actually reflected the purpose behind our existence, that really enticed him, or that really attracted him towards at least visiting the institution. So that was the starting point with which this relationship started. And that was the first time when he visited, and then from there was no looking back. The way the advisory is actually running, and the kind of support and advice we are getting from them, it's just not an advisory role, it is more like a governing council, which is actually giving the strategic vision and direction to the whole law fraternity. And I think we all are blessed to have had his blessings. And after his sad demise during COVID times, it was very unfortunate. And I still remember that was the last advisory that we had. And I think he had come out of his house just, I think in that 1.5, 2 years to attend the advisory. That was the kind of dedication and kind of involvement he had and love he had with the law fraternity and the law faculty at our place. And we were really lucky to have the support of Justice U.U. Lalit when we approached him. And again, he came in first for our New Year celebrations. And that's where I think when he came, so I think we all as a group were able to convince him to lead this initiative further. And maybe the way the advisory has been guiding the law faculty, I think Justice U.U. Lalit and the kind of dedication and support we are seeing from him, and even at, he's been one of the practice professors with us, who's also regularly coming to engage with our faculty, to give his guidance and his support, and the way he's giving his knowledge back after retirement from the top position in the legal fraternity. I think it's really commendable, and I sincerely thank you, Justice U.U. Lalit, for the kind of support and involvement we have been seeing since you have taken over. Now coming to this Moot Court, it's really heartening to note that I think this thought came in an advisory that let's look at setting up a Moot Court in the memory of late Justice R.C. Lahoti, and it's now actually happening on ground, and we are seeing participation of good teams from all over. And as Professor Bhatt pointed out, I think this is a learning ground for you all, and what Manav Rachna means and the key values of Manav Rachna, that's what we have imbibed in our whole ecosystem. And it starts with integrity. We talk about excellence in all our fields. Our focus on sustainability has been there, and that's a vision of our founder that we have been taking forward. Diversity is again a key area where we have been always working on. And in the end, the whole approach approach is student-centric. That's what Manav Rachna means, and that's the legacy, and that's the thought that our founder had always given to us, and that's what we have been taking forward. And I hope that this Moot Court competition will be a good learning ground to all of you, and the kind of support and guidance we have been getting from advisory board members and the whole Manav Rachna faculty fraternity, I think that's something that is really being the driving force in whatever we have achieved in this 26 years of existence. And I hope that the same support will continue, and we'll look at many such competitions and many such initiatives in near future too. And all the best to the teams who are participating, and may the best team win. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for such enlightening words. Starting his legal career in 1983, Justice UU Lalit was focused on criminal law. By his exemplary contribution to society through legal representations, he was designated as senior advocate in Honorable Supreme Court. In 2014, he was elevated as a judge in the Supreme Court of India, and later was appointed as the 49th Chief Justice of India in 2022. We are honored to have him as a chairperson of the advisory board and as a visiting professor in the School of Law, Manav Rachna University. We humbly request Honorable Justice UU Lalit sir for the inaugural address.
Dr. Prashant Bhalla, Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Bhatt, Dr. Srivastav, Dr. Bhalla is Chancellor of the University, Dr. Bhatt and Srivastav are the Vice Chancellors of the University, Dr. Kanopriya was the Dean of the Faculty of Law, all the distinguished persons who are present today, the participants who have come from various law colleges, the students, professors, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor to be before you, and especially in connection with the Moot Court competition, which is in the memory and in the name of Justice R.C. Lahoti. I spent something like 38 years in the Supreme Court, last 8 years as a judge. So I've seen number of judges in the Supreme Court, have had interaction with them, either in the capacity as a lawyer across the bar, and maybe in the capacity as a fellow judge. I must say that Justice Lahoti was one of those rare gems in the Supreme Court, whose forensic skill, whose analytical approach, deep desire to do justice in the matter were the hallmarks of that person. You rarely see a man who is bestowed with so much of intelligence and yet not trying to throw his weight around, and somebody who would be as humble as any other person when his approach towards solving legal issues was concerned. He came to Supreme Court sometime in 1998, was there in the court till 2005. I was designated as a senior counsel in 2004. So obviously he was part of the court which designated me. But first 6 years I had practiced, so far as his tenure in Supreme Court is concerned, as a junior counsel, as a normal advocate. Last 1 year as a senior advocate. So I have seen the man in different capacities so far as I am concerned. His capacities also as a junior judge, then as a senior, and then finally as the Chief Justice. Do you know this, that Justice Lahoti was also one-man commission in two important matters. One relating to the allotments which were made by, or fake or fictitious allotments made by Skipper Construction. So he was appointed by the Supreme Court as a one-man commission to go into the claims. There were about 800 claims. All those claims were decided by Justice Lahoti within a year and marked that without taking leave from his judicial work. So in his spare time, he actually devoted so much of time to decide this engagement which was conferred upon him by the Supreme Court. So that's one. Second, there was a mid-air collision near Charkhi Dadri in Haryana. Two aircrafts had collided. And there was again a one-man commission which was headed by Justice Lahoti was appointed. Again, within a year the report came suggesting certain kind of preventive measures to avoid such kind of mid-air collisions. Again, no leave from the judicial work. That shows the kind of dedication the man had towards his work, whatever be the nature of work, whether it is actual judicial work inside the court or whether it is something like this one-man commission or the assessment commissions or the fact-finding bodies that he was given the task to preside over. Just yesterday, Justice Srivastava has great capacity to go into the intricacies of Bhagavad Gita, and he said tomorrow is going to be the lesson in chapter 15, and that's Purushottam Yoga. So therefore, if you actually ask me who is the Purushottam, then it is somebody like Justice Lahoti. So therefore, one who is a typical karma yogi who does everything what is expected of him as the job profile would demand, that's number one. But not stopping at that moment after you demit the office. That desire, that karma yoga still goes on. One beautiful habit which Justice Lahoti had, he would always gift books to people. We keep visiting so many people with flowers, bouquets, or so many gifts. But his idea was to give a gift of a book. And what he used to do was, he would mark the passages, that these are the important passages in the book, and would invite the attention of the person concerned that please concentrate on these passages. His books or his capacity to give these kind of books was not limited only to law. He was a vivid reader when it came to autobiographies, biographies, or any such what is called non-fictional work which would enhance the abilities in an individual. So that shows the kind of capacity the man had, his approach towards life. And that is actually exhibited in the fact that he accepted the chairpersonship of the advisory board for a college which, as Dr. Bhalla said, in 2017, which began its journey in the field of law, the university. So Justice Lahoti was associated right from day one. And for an institution which did not have any existence or experience in the field of law, to be associated with that institution, that shows the creative ability and the confidence the person had in himself that yes, with his contribution, he will be able to see that the institution really flourishes or prospers. So that's the approach which is so sort of tremendously inspiring. And I feel it's my privilege to be occupying the same chair which has been left behind by Justice Lahoti. So therefore today we are having this Moot Court competition, the first of its kind, which is in the memory of Justice Lahoti, and that's a fitting tribute which is being paid by the university in the memory of Mr. Justice Lahoti. So therefore, welcome all of you participants. Go ahead with the same kind of zeal which Justice Lahoti used to show in every walk of his life. Thank you so much. Welcome all of you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights.
Mr. Divekant Lahoti is an advocate on record in the Supreme Court of India and has an LLM in International Commercial Law from King's College London. Sir has earned the specialization in intellectual property laws by the World Intellectual Property Organization and the University of South Africa. With exposure to a wide range of legal disputes, he is one of the leading advocates on record in the Supreme Court, especially in the field of alternate dispute resolution, with a special focus on arbitration. We are honored to have you with us, sir, here. We humbly request you to deliver the keynote for the Justice R.C. Lahoti Memorial Moot Court Competition Series.
Honorable Dr. U. Lalit, sir. No, it's okay. Thank you. Dr. Prashant Bhalla, sir, Chancellor. Dr. I.K. Bhatt, sir. Kanupriya, ma'am. Dignitaries, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the best day to pay tribute and gratitude to my and many of yours, Guru, Adarniya Dr. Justice R.C. Lahoti ji. Tauji, as I used to call him, was a true karma yogi, a mentor, a friend, a godfather. To many of us present here, and to many who are not known to us, he believed in the teachings of Vivekananda and religiously follows his principles in life. He was a firm believer that when you are doing any work, do it as worship. As according to him, work is the highest form of worship. He devoted his entire life in living according to this principle. He used to tell us that an inch of time is an inch of gold. An inch of time is an inch of gold, but you can't buy that inch of time with the inch of gold. Time management was that only thing for him to judicially apportion the time for work, philanthropy, and family. Each day, he meticulously jotted in his diary the work that he has to do during the day and on the next day. And he would manage his time accordingly to perform all those activities without any deviation. For him, the productivity was not an accident, but was always a result of his dedicated commitment towards excellence, judicious planning, and focused efforts. Justice Lahoti maintained a very healthy and disciplined lifestyle, and a habit which we all aspire to. He used to wake up early during Brahma Muhurt, around 4:30 in the morning every day. He used to wake up early to read books of his choice, and those were not limited to law. Reading at that hour was his favorite time of the day, where he introspected and connected himself to God. For him, spirituality was not confined to idol worship, but it was a quest for and to achieve a better understanding of humanity and human behavior. He has gifted, as Justice Lalit rightly pointed out, that he has gifted thousands and thousands of books to his friends, acquaintances, and family, with a personal note in the front of each page, especially to those in whom he found the quest for learning. Thank you. He used to tell me that, Devikant, the more you read, the more you will know. The more you will read, the more you will know. The more you learn, the more enlightened you will become. All his work carry a message of spiritualism and patriotism. Many of his lectures have an underlining tone of nation building and promotion of humanity. While he was a true patriot who had dedicated his life as a judge towards the betterment of our great nation, he also believed that each individual in this country, in his unique way, should contribute to the cause of nation building by striving to do whatever little bit that person or individual can contribute in his own capacity. He has taught us that alone we can do little, but together we can do a lot, as patriotism is a collective effort. He has donated a lion's share of his earning to charity, which many of us don't even know. For him, a small act of kindness was worth more than the grandest intention. It gave him a feeling of satisfaction and happiness to work for the upliftment of the society and the needy. He had substantially contributed to girls' education, especially in the remote areas. He had opened schools and contributed to the corpus of various institutions for the upliftment of needy students who can't afford to go to schools and want some source of funding or resources to pursue their higher education. He promoted the importance of human values, without which human life is meaningless. He connected human values with our ancient scriptures and promoted the importance in education. I'm reminded of one of his judgments in which he has said that every citizen of India is fundamentally obligated to develop a scientific temper and humanism. He is fundamentally duty-bound to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity, so that nation constantly rises to higher level of endeavor and achievement. He practiced these human values, which were reflected in his nature. He was full of humility, humbleness, and politeness. Although he was soft, but he was very firm in his decisions. His judicial work are known to many of us and are written in golden words, which are logical as well as concise. He may not be here with us today, but his teachings and philosophy in judgment shall always remain with us as a guiding light for a better society and a nation. Manav Rachna University and Lahoti family are overwhelmed to dedicate this Moot Court in the name of Justice R.C. Lahoti. During the Moot Court, the participants would deliberate on the topic of great importance at the intersection of copyright laws as well as intellectual property rights, along with artificial intelligence, which is upcoming in these days. The mooting questions would challenge the participants to explore the depths of the law, the balance between the IPR and the artificial intelligence. We welcome the participants to the competition that will not only test their legal acumen and skills, but will also invite them to envision the future of creativity and the copyright in this artificial intelligence era. In these 2 days, you will engage in debates that will mirror the complexities of real world as what we face as lawyers daily in court, challenging you to apply these legal principles to the nuanced scenarios. Let us take this opportunity to honor the legacy of Justice Lahoti by dedicating ourselves to the pursuit of excellence and service of justice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words.
I humbly request all the dignitaries to kindly come on stage for the launch of Legal Chronicles newsletter, School of Law. Thank you, everyone. Professor Dr. Kanupriya, esteemed Dean of School of Law, with a rich history in educational management and brings a wealth of experience to her role. Her expertise span various domains including e-learning, lecturing, legal research, editing, and public speaking. Ma'am holds a doctorate of philosophy in law from Punjab University, showcasing her dedication to academic excellence. We humbly request you to propose the vote of thanks, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Riya and Priyanka. Success is a continuous process and not a status that will end. As long as we are alive, we have numerous lessons to be learned. Honorable Justice U.U. Lalit, Chief Guest for the day, Dr. Prashant Bhalla, Honorable Chancellor of the University, Professor I.K. Bhatt, Professor Sanjay Srivastav, Vadva Sir, Rajiv Sir, Advocate Lahoti, Advocate on Record, PVC Ma'am, Registrar Sir, my fellow colleagues, participants from across the universities, and my dear students. It's indeed a privilege for me, on behalf of the School of Law, Manav Rachna University, to propose a vote of thanks on the esteemed occasion of Justice R.C. Lahoti Memorial Moot Court Competition. I still remember 1st July 2023, when the wheels started rolling. The four wheels of the car, the first wheel being our advisory board members, whose guidance enabled us with this thought process to initiate this Moot Court competition in the honor and memory of Justice R.C. Lahoti. Our second wheel, the management and the administration, who always supported us in building this and transpiring this moment. The third wheel, the faculty of School of Law, who helped in the execution of this event. And the fourth and the most important wheel, I would say, my students, without whom we could not even imagine to execute it. And today, here we are, standing right in front of everyone, carrying this legacy through Justice R.C. Lahoti and trying to fulfill an objective which he envisioned when he became the chairperson of the advisory board of the School of Law. My heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Justice Lalit, who agreed in a spur of moment that yes, I will be present and I will shower my blessings to all the participants and the entire team who's organizing this event. My humble gratitude to the management, administration, Prashant Sir, VC Sir, PVC Ma'am, Registrar Sir, who always assisted us in executing this event. Shruti Ma'am, who helped us build a budget for this event without any hiccup and assisted us with all the infrastructural requirements, whatever is required. My admin team, who was on toes since the past 3 days in order to prepare these arrangements. We could not have even moved a bit without their support. And of course, the IT team, who helped us lay out each and every requirement, not even in the auditorium, but in all the courtrooms that we have set up to execute this tremendous task. I would be incomplete if I do not thank my student team who are all present here with all these beautiful badges on them. They are all my volunteers and they have spearheaded the entire event. Coming forward, staying till late, going to the vendors, organizing the stuff, and whatnot. But of course, they were all guided by the faculty members, especially Bhartendu and Chaitali. They are the core of this entire event, who have been on their toes since the time we incepted the idea that yes, we have to organize this event. I'm humbly thankful to each one of the members who are present here for supporting me and giving me that space that yes, I am a part of this esteemed family. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. We request everyone to kindly rise up for the national anthem.
मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
We request student volunteers to escort the dignitaries to the H block for high tea and judges of the preliminary rounds to the judges' lounge.